Okay guys, been a long time since I sat down and make a video. I was busy trying to find a new job, which I did, and I'm about to start another new job next week. First of all, I just want to say happy Canada Day. Today is Canada Day and 1st of July. So by the time I upload this video on YouTube, of course it's not going to be Canada Day, but anyways. I wanted to talk about dealing with depression. I don't know where to start. Also, my hair looks great. Look at how healthy it looks. Okay, so in this video I wanted to talk about dealing with depression, and I have my laptop here with me and I wrote a few key points of how I deal with depression, when it started, has it ended, yeah. Hey guys, I just wanted to mention that the video that you're seeing now is more about key points that contribute to my depression. That's like the main focus of the video, key points that contribute to my depression. And I also talk about how I handle that depression too. Like, I'm just like giving my opinion about it, but that is the main focus of the video. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about dealing with depression is that it comes from my past. I would say my family. I grew up in a it was an okay environment. I wouldn't say that I didn't have a bad childhood, to be honest. I had so much fun with my friends and we were all playing in the streets. I grew up in Cuba. My mom is Cuban, my father is Canadian. I am biracial, but I was born and raised in Cuba, hence my first language is Spanish. And I grew up within the Latino environment, music, style, culture. So I grew up there with my mom and my brother. My aunt, she was living in Toronto for a few years, then she moved to Italy. My dad just lived here in Canada and then he went to Cuba to visit me. I mean, it was fun, my childhood, as I mentioned before, but I would say there were some things that of course I remember and I don't like it. I try to like not remember it anymore. And just the things between my parents didn't work out. Like, they got married, I don't even know when they got married, obviously before I was born, but then that marriage didn't last that long and then they split up. So I basically grew up without a father, just him coming to Cuba twice a year to visit me. Well, at least he saw me growing up. But I would say the environment that I grew up in was a little bit toxic, and I don't know if I should like explain into details. But yeah, it was toxic, and I think that was the only tough part, that my family wasn't very supportive. Like, I grew up, I don't know how to explain it, but my family just wasn't really supportive, and even until today I still think my family is not supportive at all. Like, I'm very much on my own. You know, if I reach out for help, it's gonna be either my mom or my dad, my aunt or my siblings. Of course, are not gonna be much of help. My dad will be financially and my mom will be mentally. You know, like you need mental health, or financially help. I can either reach to both of them, but other than that, with any other family members, I don't think I can talk to them at all. I barely talk to them, to be honest. It's the way it is. Okay, so next key point that contributes to my depression will be life after university. Okay, so I finished university like back in November 2021, and I have a few experiences as working in the lab, like as a scientist, lab technician, whatever you want to call it. And to be honest, that job sucks really bad. It's overworked and it's underpaid. It's like minimum wage. Like, what's the point of going to school if you're gonna end up in a job like that? You don't want that. So my question is, should I go back to school to do a master's, to do a diploma, to do a, I don't know, change careers? I even consider myself, I've been considered to change careers too, going into the tech industry, because I don't want to do any more science. Even if you go back for a master's and then you finish school and then you want to work for what? A researcher, they don't even pay, and they don't even earn enough money too. Like maybe a little bit above the lab technician, but that's it. It's not a lot. I feel like the top highest careers that pay the most is either engineering and computer science and maybe data science. Those three, I would say, they pay the most, and you don't need a lot of education. Like a lot of I have a couple of engineering friends, they only have a bachelor's degree and that's it, and they earn good money. Computer science, same thing. If you're really good at coding, like in like software developer, that's a pretty good income. You don't need a master's. I mean, if you want to go for a master's, go ahead, but you don't really need to because you get paid really good. What's the third? Data science. I would say data science, they pay around 80k, 100k a year, which is really good. Now these salaries are based in the US. I feel like in Canada it's a little bit lower. I think I have to move to the US. But yeah, I feel like in Canada the salaries are a little bit lower than the US. I'm gonna do research. I don't know if what I'm saying is true, but I have a feeling that it's true. So yeah, so I have that experience as a lab technician, and so far I didn't like it. The first lab tech, it was a summer internship. It was fine. I like the company, I like the people in it. The job experience wasn't too bad. The salary, yes, it was low. And then the second lab tech that I got, it was terrible. It was so bad. So the second job that I had, it was really bad, to be honest. And then I started gaining a lot of mental health issues within that job. Like the environment, it was really toxic, and I felt that I wasn't learning anything. The stuff that I did at school, it was even harder than the stuff that I did at work. So, you know, I did research at school and I did presentations, I did paperwork, I did, you know, a lot of stuff, like harder stuff when you have to like think a lot. And then at work, I wasn't challenging myself. I mean, the only thing that I was challenging, it was just the time management, which I am kind of okay. I am a little bit slow. Some people are faster, some people are slower. especially the training makes a really good difference. If you have really good training, you can definitely be faster. If you have bad training, then everything else sucks. But just the time management was like the only challenging thing, but that's it. Everything else was easy to do. But yeah, so that's another thing that I've been thinking about, like switching careers, and that's the new job that I got right now. It's working from home. It's really nice. I like it because I get to work from home and I don't have to spend a lot of money on gas, which is like crazy. I'm even started teaching myself coding on Python. I did 2 lessons. I struggle a little bit, but you know, you gotta be positive. Everything takes time. If you want to be good at it, you just have to practice, practice, and practice. So yeah, so I'll see how this new job takes me. If I really like it, and if I want to get more involved within the company, I just have to say it, and they'll give me more tasks to do. Definitely, I'm thinking of going back to school. I'm not sure if I'm going for a master's. If I'm going for a master's, I cannot do computer science, neither engineering, because I don't have any background of that whatsoever. The only background that I have is just science with concentrations in math and chemistry, but that's it. So if I'm going back to school, I'll definitely do, if I'm going for a master's, I'll do data science, which I really loved. I was looking at all the requirements and I think I'm good. I can definitely apply for that. Or the other option is going into tech, and the experience that I'm gaining with this new job, I can apply for a diploma for a software development. That depends on me, of course. I have to do a lot of coding and during the summer and then for the months ahead. So yeah, I'll be doing a diploma in software development of something that is related with tech or computer science. Okay, so the third key point that contributes to my depression is lack of hope, lack of purpose in my life, because I'm trying to think about what is good for me, what it's not, and time doesn't stop. Like, you gotta make sure that whatever decisions you make in the future, it will benefit you. Don't just like do something just because someone else is doing it and you're gonna do it, you ended up not liking it, or it's not working for you. So you have to think about what you want in the future before you actually take action. And of course, even if you want something and then you ended up doing it, like experience it, and then you be like, oh my god, I don't like this. I feel like I spent months, maybe even years, working on something that I don't like, or maybe it's not working out, so I gotta switch again. Some people do that, which is okay, but still, you don't want to spend the rest of your life like switching careers to careers, or switching into this, switching into that. And I know someone who does that, like he's been doing it for a while now. I kind of think that that person hasn't gone nowhere, because they're not set to one goal and then just work on that goal. They're just like switch and switch and switch and switch, which is, I don't blame them. When you make decisions in your life, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's the way it is. There's not a lot of logic, you know. But I think if you want to achieve your goals, you just have to like work hard, and hopefully it works for you, because sometimes it doesn't ended up working for you. Another point that I wanted to mention in the lack of hope, it comes within my family too. As I mentioned before, they're not supportive, so it's really hard when you have like no role model in your family. You know, when you don't have any role models in your family, and then you want to be like, you know, you're like, I want to be like my dad, like, or like my mom, like my brother, my sister, my aunt. I want to be like them because they're successful, but in terms of like my family, I do not want to be like them. All I've seen, it's just mistakes in my family. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. And that's something that has made me realize I should not make those mistakes. I did not make them. My family did, but I learned. I'm learning from those mistakes. I wouldn't say that my parents' life is like messed up right now. They're fine, they're okay, but if I was going back in time, I would definitely change a lot of things that they did. So because sometimes their past mistakes, it affects me, like it's affecting me now. And that's where it comes, like the lack of purpose, the lack of hope in my life, because I know that I can't count with my family. They make so many mistakes in the past. It is affecting me now. What can I do? I can't complain. I just have to live with these mistakes and just try to make my future generation to not make those mistakes. Oh, maybe me not making those mistakes, my future generations not making those mistakes. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does. Okay, the other point is comparing yourself to others. And I think this is like a very common right now. Like I've seen videos on YouTube, people saying that I compare myself with the people on Instagram, you know, having tremendous, a very nice life. You know, people, young people like me, like in their early 20s, and they are already millionaires, billionaires, and I'm like, shit. Like, what am I doing with my life? Maybe I should do something for myself. And resources are out there. I mean, if you want to just open an OnlyFans or do stuff on the internet just to like get some money in. What I want to say is that we have to just stop comparing ourselves to others, and trust me, I do it myself too. Because I want to go on vacation. I don't want to worry too much about money, because I'm always constantly, like, even when my friends, they hang out, they're like buying drinks and they're like buying things, and I'm like, I don't want to spend too much money on drinks, you know, like I don't want to spend much money on that or this, because I have to save for myself, you know, like as I said, I don't have a very supportive family, so I'm pretty much on my own, so I have to save money. So that mentality of like you know, saving all the time, you can't use your money for things that you actually want to do, like travel, going to here, going there, you know, like using your money for fun. It does pisses me off. And when I see my friends like having plans for the future, and I'm like stuck in the air, and I'm like just stuck, it's really sad, you know, like, oh, I don't know if all of this is making sense. I hope it does, because I'm just talking based on my life experience, but I'm pretty sure some of the life experience that I have may be related to someone else. So I just thought I put that out there. Okay, I wanted to say that the fifth point of this video will be my depression is not too strong, okay? Like, I've heard some people with, you know, they don't do like the everyday things that's people do, you know, brushing your teeth, eating, exercising, going out and hanging out with your friends. I'm not like that. I am a little bit depressed because I want things to work out in my life, and so far the stuff that I've done is just not working out, and I feel like things are out of my control. Some things are out of my control, but my depression is not that deep. I do eat, I work out, I take a shower, you know, I hang out with my friends. We do a lot of things together. I don't spend a lot of money, but sometimes I do. I just wanted things to get straight. Obviously, I just want, you know, a good job. What I mean, a good job, a good paying job. Because it's hard, like, to find a job that pays really, really well nowadays. Like, sometimes me and my friends, we ask each other, what's the point of going to school? Like, seriously, if you're gonna end up doing jobs that pay minimum wage and you have a bachelor's degree, even a master's degree, should we go for the experience or should we go for education? Like, how? You know, like, those are questions that you ask yourself. What's the best choice for you? But you don't want to waste your time at the same time. You just want to make a good choice and hoping that good choice will be good for you. But again, you just don't know if that choice will be good for you, you know? Like, something might just happen in your life and then all of a sudden everything changes. Like, it just happened, you know? Like, there's things that are out of your control, but then again, you have to keep moving forward if things are out of your control. Just have to know how to handle it, for sure. I forgot which point I'm in. I believe it's number 6. Let's go with number 6. Okay, so the other point that I wanted to mention, that I'm dealing with my depression, is that I've learned some things about life. Is that no one gives a shit about you. Trust me, not even your family. I mean, some people in my family, not everyone. That's some things that I learned about my life journey, that you are very much on your own. You are your best friend. If you want to succeed in life, it just depends on your own. You just have to work really hard. It's good to ask for help, but sometimes when you ask for help, you don't even get it. Trust me. Like, I have some of my friends that are like, yeah, I can help you do things and do that, and when I actually ask them for help, they don't even help. I'm like, why do you tell me that you can help me? Yeah, so some of the things that I learned is that you just have to, like, be your own. Trust yourself. Don't trust in anyone, even if that person is like a really, really good friend, because they always bail on you. Always bail on you. I have friends like that. They'd be like, yeah, let's hang out, and then when I'm going out, they're like, oh, sorry, I can't. But seriously, my main point in here is that you just have to do things on your own. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that a couple of times, like a lot. But if you want to reach your goals, it just depends on you. You, and only you. 7th point that I've also learned throughout my depression, throughout my life journey, is also that a lot of the things that people give value to, it's just material stuff. Like, my mom, she always says, you know, you are born to this world with nothing, and then you leave this world with nothing. I mean, from the time you're born until the time you end your life, I mean, you die, you just like go to school, you work, you earn some money, go on vacations here and there, get married, get kids, you divorce, you marry again or whatever, and then you die. And all that money and all those beautiful fancy cars, cameras, I don't know, things that you own, laptops, it doesn't go with you. The only thing that goes with you is this: memories. And that is something that I learned too. But then again, you have to make a living, because you can't live without money. That's how society is built. It's not just like memories. You gotta have an income in order for you to like create memories. Actually, like if you want to travel, if you want to do fun stuff, you need money to do all those fun stuff. But yet again, something that, so what I've learned is that I do want to work hard, because I want to have some money, you know, to live comfortably. I just want to have a comfortable life where I don't have to like, you know, count every penny if I need to buy this or I need to buy that. I just want to make sure that I don't end up in the streets, because I'm you know, it's a very scary situation when you don't have any money and you have to like, you end up living on the streets. You don't want that. So you have to work. I don't want to say you have to work for money, because a lot of people say money should work for you. But that's like when you get rich. Like when you are poor, I feel like you have to work for money and be smart and invest. You know what I've heard? Making your first million, the hardest step. And then after that, making other millions will be easier. But of course, making your first million will be the hardest step. I feel like none of this what I'm saying is making sense. I hope it does. I'm really bad at giving speeches, even though I like put everything together point by point. I feel like it's not making sense. I hope it does. So my very last one, so we'll see, it will be number 8, is that we have to maintain, we have to keep ourselves positive. I mean, even though I'm struggling a little bit with depression, with like, you know, making money, what career choice to do, what choices will benefit from my life and not ended up regretting it, I think the best thing to do right now for me is just to stay positive, live in the moment, forget about the past, because I know I said my past childhood was not the best, but was not too bad either. It was like in between. So definitely you have to leave your past, live in the present, and make plans for the future. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, and that's where I'm struggling, making plans for the future. I don't know if you guys are seeing my point, but the thing is, I don't want to make any mistakes because my parents did, and I just want to make sure that everything goes like smooth, like everything goes perfect according to my plan. But I know things will happen. It's not going to go according to my plan. I just don't want to make any mistakes, because my parents' mistakes are affecting me, and I don't want my mistakes to affect, you know, my future generation. Like, I just want to make sure that everything is settled down, everything's good before I have children, you know. It's just like really sad when parents makes mistakes and then children ended up paying for those mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, it just, I think it's not fair at all. And that's something that I want to make sure that in my future everything goes out well. I just want to make sure that everything goes well in my life, for sure. Hello. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I don't know if it makes sense. I'm pretty bad at talking. I'm pretty bad at making speeches, that's for sure. But I just want to make sure that I just wanted to put that out there, that I have depression too, and I'm trying to like deal with it. I am happy, like for sure. I do feel satisfied with where I'm at right now, and hopefully what's going to happen in the future. I just want to make sure that everything goes out well, of course, and everybody wants things in their life to go out well. But yeah, I do have a little bit of depression, which is normal. I mean, life, it's full of ups and downs, and you have to like live with it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really short. And happy Canada Day. I'm wearing red, like a red shirt. I do have a skirt too, like, let me show you later. Okay, this is how it looked right now. These are the colors of the Canadian flag. Canadian flag. I don't know how you people pronounce this, but anyways. But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe or like this video, or I mean, do whatever, it's fine. I'll see you maybe next time. Bye.